Hello everyone, welcome you all. Today we are learn about the plant protection equipment used in agriculture to spraying the different pesticide formulation in our crop field or in agro ecosystem. Let us start. Which are the different plant protection equipment or pesticide appliances used by the farmers? These are the different points we will cover in this lecture, that is the types of sprayers and dusters used in agriculture, then working principles and components of the sprayers, nozzles used for sprayers and their selections, then safety in handling plant protection machines. Actually, if you see the pesticide appliances or plant protection equipments, it is generally categorized into two major categories. The first one is manually operated plant protection equipments and power operated plant protection equipments. The manually operated plant protection equipments, it is nothing but the physical action of the operators, and in case of power operator it is engine or battery operated equipments. Let us start the first plant protection equipment, that is the duster. It is the appliances or equipment that is used for applying the dry dust formulation of pesticides uh, in agriculture, that is the dusters. It means that this duster, it is mostly used only to for spraying of the dust formulation insecticides. These are the some of the different parts of the typical duster. In that, hopper or container, blower or bellows, operating mechanisms, agitators, feed mechanisms, discharge lines, and mounting. Here, the hopper, it is mostly used to hold the dust material. Then blowers are to create air current for injecting out the dust. Operating mechanism, it is required to work equipments, and the agitator, it is mostly used to steer the dust in the hoppers. This duster, it is applying the dry dust formulations. It coverage of large extent of the crop per day than with spraying, and it is less risk of the corrosion. Let us see which are the different types of dusters it is available in market to spray the dust formulations. It is also classified into manually operated and power operated. In manually operated, plunger type, bellows type, and rotary type dusters. In power operated, power duster, power takeoff duster, traction duster, and weight duster. Let us start one by one. The first, rotary duster. Here, if you see, this rotary duster is also called as crank duster or fan type dusters, and maybe shoulder mounted or back mounted or belly mounted. The capacity of this rotary duster is 4 to 5 kg dust, and the efficiency is 1 to 1.5 per day. Here 1 to 1.5 kg per day, this dust applied by the rotary duster, and it is mostly used to dusting the field crops, vegetable crops, and small trees and bushes in orchard also. Then next is the knapsack duster. It is mostly used for low crops and for spot applications, and the capacity of the knapsack duster is 2 to 5 kg. Then power operated dusters, this may be from knapsack types with engine motive power to powerful row crop or trees, and dusters pulled by the tractors. These dusters are useful for covering a large area and tall trees. Then plunger duster, the capacity of plunger duster is half kg, and it is used in a kitchen garden. Here, this is a manually operated or plunger type of duster. Then this one is bellow type of duster, capacity is 2.5 kg to 5 kg, and it is used for spot treatment also. This is a rotary type of dusters. It is basically of a blower complete with gearbox and hopper. It can be carried in hand, shoulder mounted or belly mounted type. Then this is a knapsack duster, and this is a motorized knapsack dusters. Then next is power operated duster. In that power duster, it is resemble the rotary duster except the power to drive to blower through the gearbox, and the power dusters are manufactured in the varieties of the forms. Then power takeoff duster, they have auxiliary engines, and they have only one big metal hose which can be turned to direct dust in any direction. Airplane dusters have been successfully used to apply dust to both field crops and orchard. Next one is a tractor duster. The traction duster. Traction duster drive their power from the turning of the land wheels. And there are two types of traction duster: wheelbarrow type and two wheel trailer type. Wheelbarrow type are used for small areas to the other is for large area or field crop. Then next and most important plant protection equipment is that sprayers, and the principal function of this sprayer is that the function of sprayer is to minimize atomize the spray fluid into small droplets and inject it with some force. The sprayer is a machine to apply fluid in the form of droplets, and it helps to break the liquid into droplets for effective size for uniform application over the plant surfaces. Let us start different types of components of the sprayers. There are near about the 15 components of the sprayers, that is the nozzle, overflow pipe, pressure regulator, spray boom, nozzle boss, nozzle cap, spray lance, then swivel plate, filter, relief valve, cutoff valve, drop legs, nozzle disc, nozzle tip, and spray gun. Let us see the different functions. Different here. These are the function of the different parts of typical sprayer. The function of the tank is just to hold the spray fluid during spraying. Pump. The pump is necessary for creating the energy required for atomization of spray fluids. Agitator, used for dispersing the pesticide informally. Pressure gauge, it is connected to the pipeline near the nozzle usually. Valves, they govern the direction of the flow of the spray fluid. Filter, this is provided mainly to protect the pump from abrasion, to avoid interference with the function of valves, and to prevent the blocking of nozzles. Pressure chamber, it prevents the fluctuation in the pressure and record it. Hose, for conduction of the spray fluid from spray to lance. Spray lance, it is useful for spraying under the surface of the lip. Cutoff valve, it is used to shut off the liquid. Spray blooms, spray bars carrying more than one nozzle is known as spray blooms, and the nozzles, it break the liquid into droplets and spread them into spray droplets, and it consists of body, cap, swivel, plate, washer, and the strainers. These are the different types of sprayers used in agriculture, that is manually operated and power operated. In manually operated, hand syringe, hand sprayer, knapsack sprayer, bucket sprayer, and rocker sprayer. In power operated, stretcher sprayer, power takeoff sprayer, traction sprayer, mist blower sprayer, ultra volume low sprayer, foot sprayer, or pedal pump sprayer. In that, the first one is hand sprayer or manually operated, that is the hydraulic sprayer. In that hydraulic sprayer, the hand syringe, it is useful to operate only small area, and it is single acting pump working in the principle by cycle pump. Hand sprayer, second one is hand sprayer. The tank capacity is 0.5 to 1 liters and useful for small kitchen garden. Then bucket pump sprayer, that is the stirrer pump. Mostly buckets are used as a containers for holding the spray fluid at a time of spraying. This is suited for small scale spraying. About 1 to 1.5 hectare area can be covered in a one day. Next one is a knapsack sprayer, also known as backpack sprayer. The tank capacity 10 to 14 liter capacity, and the pressure is developed with the help of level hand, and they are useful for small scale spraying or spot spraying gardens, vegetables, plots, vineyards, and it covers about 0.5 hectare area, can be in a one day. Next one, rocker sprayer. It is used for spraying the fruit trees and tall crops. Then foot sprayer and paddle pump. It is used for spraying field as well as the fruit crops, and the efficiency is it cover near about 1 to 1.5 hectare area in a one day. This is the hand syringe, spraying for small area. Then this is the hand sprayer, useful for the small area, and used in a kitchen garden, glass house, and indoor spray. Then this is the bucket pump sprayer, that is stirrer pump. It is also suited for small scale spraying and covers 1 to 1.5 hectare area in a one day. This is a fruit sprayer, usually for small fruit trees, and if you see the advantages and disadvantages of the fruit sprayer, used for spraying field crops, orchard, tea, coffee, rubber estate, apple, cashew nut, and develop 80 to 90 lbps pressure. Then it is a time consuming machines, then operating time is less. Then this is the mostly used sprayer, that is the knapsack sprayer. The capacity 10 to 14 liters and covers 0.5 hectare area in one day. Then this is the rocker sprayer. It is usually used for tall trees uh, and in a field crops. Then this is the bucket sprayers. Here the bucket sprayer is designed to pump the spray fluid directly from open container, visually as a bucket, and the hydraulic pump will be put inside the buck and held properly with the help of foot rest. Then next one is the manually operated compression sprayer. In that, pneumatic hand sprayer and the pneumatic knapsack sprayer. In pneumatic hand sprayer, it is mostly used in a glass house and kitchen garden. And pneumatic knapsack sprayers, known as the shoulder mounted, capacity 18 liters and usually for field and vegetable crops. In power operated sprayers, mist blower cum duster, that is the motorized knapsack duster or gaseous energy sprayers. It is a petrol engine and droplet size is 15 to 150 micron and cover 3 hectare area in one day. Then portable power sprayer, useful for large scale spraying in plantation, orchard and flower vegetable crops. Then ultra low volume sprayer. In that, here the pesticides are applied such or with a less than 5 liters spray fluid produce fine droplets. Then electrodyne sprayers. Electrodyne sprayers is completely new system of spraying for the controlled droplet application of chemicals. This is the pneumatic knapsack sprayers. Capacity is 18 liters and it is usually for field crop, vegetable crops and flower garden. Then this is ultra low volume sprayer. Here if you see, the pesticides are applied as such with a less than 5 liters spray fluid produce fine droplets. Then these are the three different types of spraying by different sprayers, that is the high volume spraying, low volume spraying and ultra low volume spraying. If you see the droplet size of this sprayers is, in case of high volume spraying, that is the 150 micron, in low volume spraying 17 to 150 micron and ultra low volume spraying 20 to 70 micron. And if you see the spray fluid liter per acre, that is the, in case of high volume spraying 200 to 400 liter per spray fluid require liter per acre. Then in case of low volume spraying 40 to 60 liter per acre spray fluid is required. Then in case of ultra low volume 2 to 4 spray fluid is required per acre. And these are the different equipments used for the different types of sprayings. Then here these are the different types of nozzles we can use in a different sprayers. In that, what is actually nozzles? The nozzles perform say 4 basic functions: to atomize the spray fluids into small droplets, then disperse the droplets in a specific pattern, meters liquid at a certain flow rate, provide hydraulic momentum, and the nozzle tips is one of the most important and least expensive parts of the spraying system. Let us see different types of nozzles. Fan spray nozzles. It is recommended for spraying flat surface such as soil, usually for spraying herbicides. Hollow cone nozzle. It is usually for used for the insecticides and fungicide spraying. Solid cone nozzle used for herbicide sprayings, and flood jet nozzle also used for herbicide spraying. This is the hollow cone nozzles, also called a disc or core type, and the pressure is 14 to 4 to 8 psi, and it is mostly used to spraying the insecticides. Then this is the flat pen nozzle used for herbicide spraying. This is the flood jet nozzles. The operating flood jet nozzles at 5 to 25 psi, and generally the spray generated by the flood jet is not a uniform as a flat fan type. Then these are the other appliances beside the sprayers and dusters we can use for spraying purpose, that is the soil injector gun, granule applicators, bird scarer, flamethrowers, seed dressing machines, slurry seed treatment machines. Let us start one by one. This is the soil inject gun. It is used for fumigating the soil at a different depth to control the nematodes and soil insects. Then bird scarer. It is a mechanically device produce loud noise at a regular interval and used to scare away the birds. It means that the bird scarer, it means that It is one of the device it is used to repel the birds from the field. Then flamethrowers, it is mostly used against the locust and hairy caterpillar. Then rat fumigation pump, that is cyanogens pump, it is mostly used against the termites and rats. Then granular applicators used for granule applications. This is the soil injector gun and this is the stem injector gun. The soil injector gun, it is used to kill the soil pest, and stem injector gun is used to stem pest. It helps to inject the pesticide into the stem. Then this is the bird scarer, helps to we can say that repel the birds. Then flamethrowers used against the locust. Then this is the cyanogas pump used for fumigating the rodent burrows with calcium cyanide gas or sodium cyanide. Therefore, is called as a cyanogas pump. Then this is the granule applicators for granule applications. It is mostly used in field as well as in horticulture crops. Then this is the seed dressing machine to dressing the seeds, and this is the slurry seed treatment machine which will helps to make the seed treatments with a slurry, and it will be helps in agriculture. And these are the different pesticide application methods with the help of different sprayers and dusters or other plant protection appliances, and on the basis of the formulation of the insecticides, the pesticide application methods are different. The first one is dusting. Dusting is specially used with the help of the dry formulation insecticides by dusters. And then next one is spraying. Spraying is specially used with the help of the liquid formulation of the pesticides against the different insect pest populations. Then next one is granular applications. In that there are the different methods involves. Then seed piloting or seed treatments. Then seedling root deep treatments, set treatments, padding, swabbing, root feeding, soil drenching, capsule placement, baiting, and fumigation. These are the some of the different methods. It is as per the different formulation of the insecticides and feeding habits of the insect pest population. These are all about the plant protection equipments and the pesticide application methods used in agriculture. Thank you.